And good evening and welcome back inside of City National Arena for more UNLV Skate and Rebel action. Night 2 of 2 on the weekend here tonight between the University of Arizona Wildcats and the UNLV Skate and Rebels. On the call, as always, is myself, Dominic Dubois, joined by Ryan Gilder. And now, Ryan, UNLV looking to complete a series sweep of the Wildcats again here tonight for the third straight series over Arizona. But last night, Arizona, they came out swinging. They got out to an early 1-0 lead off the back of a Jesse Lowell goal. He's a leading scorer on that team, and then UNLV just completely flipped the script.
Yeah, only 4 minutes really defined the game for the Skating Rebels, from the 17-minute mark in the first period all the way to the 2nd-minute mark of the second period. That's where they scored all their goals in the game. Arizona held UNLV to 0 for the rest of the game before that and after that. So Arizona shouldn't be going to this game with their head down too much, but also UNLV, they can't be too cocky coming into this because Arizona really could have won this game if UNLV didn't have that 4-minute stretch.
Most definitely in UNLV, their goals, like you said, they came in bunches. And I mean, in the third period, Arizona looked pretty solid, especially down the stretch. They did get a goal from Brody Selman, the alternate captain for the Wildcat team. And I mean, when you have two leaders on your team like that scoring and really trying to will their team to a victory like that, it's great to see as Arizona, they're finally starting to take the ice here. And we're going to be seeing UNLV taking the ice shortly, and we'll get to the starters in a moment. But looking at the scoring breakdown last night, UNLV, they had scoring up and down the lineup. Max Johnson opened up the scoring early on late in that first period. Then following that one up, Matias Del Monte followed that goal up to put UNLV out front. Cole White and Brendan Manning strike within 18 seconds of each other in the first 2 minutes of that second period, and UNLV just did not look back.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if you look at UNLV last night, I feel like they did a pretty good job. But you got to remember, just those 4 minutes was really the difference maker of the game. And then also, if you're looking at Arizona, I really do think that they have a good shot to win tonight. And also, UNLV should not underestimate the Wildcats.
And another little bit of information for last night's game, a usually potent UNLV power play was held to no goals. They had 5 attempts. They didn't strike on a single power play. Just talk to me about the Arizona penalty kill last night.
Yeah, Arizona did a great job on the penalty kill, but also Arizona's got to score on the power play when they get the chance to. The big turning point of last night's game was when Arizona did not score on the 5-on-3 power play. So Arizona's really got to score on the power play, but also UNLV, both teams got to score on the power play. Both teams didn't do very good at that last night, but also UNLV past 2 games have gone to game misconduct in each game. Got to stay off the game misconducts. Try to stay away from penalties in general, but game misconducts, that's where the last goal came from for Arizona.
And that was the only goal they would score on that 5-minute major power play for the Wildcats. That was Jackson Wyatt, who got a 2-minute minor for interference, a 5-minute major for spearing, and a game misconduct. Jackson Wyatt, he is suspended for 1 game, so he is sitting out tonight. But, Ryan, as you said, I mean, scoring only 1 goal on a 5-minute major power play late in a game where, I mean, like, you have that opportunity to kind of, like, get a gut punch on UNLV and really storm back and steal a win on the road. It's got to be, like, kind of stewing in the minds of those Wildcat players right now.
Yeah, I mean, they got 1 goal in that power play late, but I really feel like Arizona, they got a good night's sleep, and now they're ready to play tonight. They really lost that game, I would still say, from that first period. When they did not get a goal on that 5-on-3 power play and extend their lead to 2, they really were looking slower. They didn't look as good the rest of the game. They got a goal late in the game, but they didn't look as good ever since that 5-on-3 power play. That really turned them down. That really brought down their self-esteem and confidence. So let's see how they regroup tonight. It's a completely new night, new sheet of ice. Let's see how they do.
Most definitely, and as UNLV has taken the ice for the third to final time here at City National Arena, we're going to go through your starting lineup, starting first with the visiting Arizona Wildcats. Different look from the U of A tonight. Josh Lesby, Brody Selman, and Jesse Lowell, the forward lines. A very lethal scoring line as you look at those goal and point totals, especially the captain. Jesse Lowell opened the scoring last night for the U of A, and Brody Selman, he followed that one up in the third period on that 5-minute major power play we touched on earlier in this segment. The blue line remains the same, though, for U of A. Jared Overland and Matthew Hull holding down the defensive pairing for U of A. And the goaltender tonight for the Wildcats, Nicholas Sepinen, a different man than last night. Nolan Bavolsik got the nod last night in the 4-2 loss on Friday. Now moving on to UNLV. Another bit of a different look for the Skating Rebels. Caleb Strong, Cole Wyatt, and Max Johnson. The forward lines, Max Johnson, he opened up the scoring last night for UNLV, scoring 5-hole on Nolan Bavosic, and of course the ever-deadly Cole Wyatt holding down the middle of the ice, the leading point getter for UNLV, and also the leading goal scorer, and Caleb Strong, the fresh face out of the USPHL's Las Vegas Thunderbirds, who also share their home right here at City National Arena with UNLV. And the defensive pairing, a deadly pairing all season. Alec Johnson, twin brother to Max Johnson, and Robert McCollum, the Long Island University transfer. And in between the pipes, once again tonight, number 29, Landon Pavlizin. He's been the man UNLV has leaned on a lot this season, and he's been really up to the task.
There's a reason why Pavlizin's playing the second game tonight is because he's been having an amazing season, and especially last night, he was making acrobatic saves going from one post to another. He looked really good last night, and I would expect to see that again from him tonight.
And stay with us as we take a quick break for the national anthem first period and a ceremonial puck drop coming up. And with the national anthem wrapped up, Ryan, all that's left is to drop the ceremonial puck. And then right after, we have the actual puck drop on tonight's action. The third to last home game here tonight for the UNLV Skating Rebels. They have 5 games left after this one. And, I mean, next week, they're going to have a really tough stretch ahead of them. It's going to be 3 straight games, 3 days in Arizona. First up against the Grand Canyon University Ice Lopes, a team that they're going to be playing their last home series against February 24th and 25th right back here at CNA. And then the next 2 nights, they play the Arizona State Sun Devils, a team they haven't seen since late October, the midnight game here at City National Arena, and then a 2 p.m. puck drop on Saturday. And, I mean, Ryan, that series, looking back on that one, it was a really explosive offensive series for UNLV. Yeah,
this season's just gone by way too quick, Dom.
Very fast.
Like, I just feel like this was my first hockey game I've ever broadcasted, and now all of a sudden, we're already only 3 games left to go. But UNLV, what they have to do is get hot late. I remember talking about this right around when winter break was going to come, 2022, in between that and 2023's first home series. The time to get hot is when you're entering the playoffs. You want to get hot late because you can get hot early, you have a great beginning of the season, but all that matters is later in the season. Everyone talks about results and how they do in the end of the season and how they do against Arizona this weekend, and then when they play at Arizona against the Sun Devils and at Grand Canyon University. Those are 2 big series right there, and they can help propel them going to the playoffs hot.
Most definitely, and those final national tournament rankings will be coming out the first weekend of March, though that's when the ACHA will be deciding who will be playing in the national tournament for the national title up in Marlborough, Massachusetts on March 16th for the men's Division I. And as the carpets rolled up, Ryan, I mean, this line for Arizona, we talked about it in the open. there's a lot of scoring on that top line. I mean, Jesse Lowell, Brody Selman, the only 2 goal scorers for Arizona last night. Look for them to really compete tonight.
Yeah, I agree 100%. That was a goal-scoring line for them last night, but that's another thing to say. The other lines of Arizona have to step up if only one line's getting all the goals. So let's see how Arizona can do as a team and not just one line.
Cole Wyatt and Brody Selman in on the face-off done. We are underway here at City National Arena on this fine Saturday night. As UNLVs are working it in their own zone, Caleb Strong's going to tip that one in. No offsides there. Cole Wyatt's in on that one. He rips one off the side of the cage there. He gets his own puck there. Now Wyatt looking up to the point. Johnson to McCollum. McCollum now lets the shot go through traffic. Hits Cole Wyatt. He takes a tumble. McCollum, he tries to win that puck race. We have a delayed penalty upcoming against the Wildcats. They touch up. Looks like it might be against Jesse Lowell. 2 minutes for a hold, and it definitely looks like it's on Jesse Lowell. He's at center ice. Palm skyward. Shoulders shrugs a little bit. He's talking to the linesman as he's being escorted to the box. And only 26 seconds into this one, Ryan, UNLV has a look on the power play to kind of right their wrongs from last night.
Yeah, face-off, I mean, there was almost a breakaway there because of the shot by Robert McCollum. I understand that you want to shoot into traffic, but when there's 2 defenders right in front of you, it's not the best time to shoot it because the puck's going to bounce right back and they're going to be ahead of you at speed. So don't really like the shot selection there and kind of got bailed out because of the penalty. But remember what I told you, all of our results, doesn't matter how it happens. There's a 2-minute power play for the Skating Rebels.
That puck comes directly towards us and off the glass and out of the zone. UNLV is going to have to recoil here behind Landon Pavlis, and it's Jake Berry with the puck. Now here comes Berry up through the center of the ice. Leaves that one off for Johnson, who rings that one around the wall. Cole Wyatt's there. He sends that one back down, though. That's right back to the opposite point for Alec Johnson. He feeds that one down for Flanders. Back up top for Johnson. That bobbles off of his stick. He has to recoil and neutral ice, and UNLV has to tie up. Now Johnson leaves that one for Gallant. Gallant now. Berry onside. Lets the shot go through traffic. Tipped wide by Flanders. Gallant, another shot. Loose puck in front of Sepinen. Now back out for Johnson. Johnson. Cole Wyatt. Back to Johnson. Johnson left out. Shoots right into the chest there of Sepinen. Rebound chance for Gallant off the side of the cage there. No joy for UNLV on this power play. 1:05 to go now. Now Berry. Cole Wyatt down low. Flanders to the slot. No one home there. Johnson picks that puck up. Now back over to Wyatt. Berry to Johnson. One-time chance. Big block in front there by Matthew Hull. Giving up the body on a one-time chance from the big defenseman, Alec Johnson. And here comes UNLV right back again. Berry lets the shot go. Blocked in traffic. Skips free to neutral ice. And UNLV has to recoil.
Arizona almost got caught there on the late change on the power play. It was a 4-on-2 there for the Skating Rebels.
Now Del Monte leaves a drop pass for Caleb Strong. Strong now dances to the left wing. Strong cuts outside. Strong dips to the net. Strong backhand chance. Loose puck in the blue paint. Skips free to the corner. UNLV still getting chances. 17 to go now on the man advantage. Strong catches the pass again. Back Del Monte. Del McCollum one-time chance through traffic. Knockdown. Score! And UNLV, the relentless power play. Luke Burke on the doorstep. Buries the rebound. Early lead for the Rebels.
Now McCollum makes up for his first shot there of his second shot. Great slap shot, put it into traffic. And just like last night, if it doesn't go in the first shot, as long as you get a second chance rebound, you always have a chance to score. And that goal by Burke there put it right in.
And as we talked about in the open, UNLV on their 6th power play attempt this weekend against the Wildcats, they finally break through, and that gives them the early lead here tonight. And that was an absolute relentless power play, Ryan. That was the best their power play has looked all weekend. They were getting a good cycle around the zone. They were getting good passes off. They were getting good shooting looks, and it results in that, a 1-0 lead.
Yeah, even if they didn't score on that power play, that was the best their power play looked so far this weekend.
Now Arizona with a newfound 1-goal deficit. Can't get it through neutral ice. Quinn recoils, leaves that off for Dylan Ford. Ford up ice for Gallant. He just chips that one in, and Sepinen's going to stop that one up behind his own cage and bring that around the wall. Demizio's there and chips that one back into the corner. Now Hunter Mazzillo pinching on that one. He sends that one back in deep. Around the wall, Del Monte gets chopped to Gallant. Gallant from the point, lets the shot go through traffic, misses the net. Glove side on Sepinen. Now Demizio turning away from pressure at the near wall. Demizio, Flanders shot from the slot, blocked in front there. Good chance for 11 in white. UNLV getting good zone time. Here's Del Monte, goal scorer last night for UNLV. Flips one on, misses that one high and wide. Settled down now by Mazzillo. Floats that one down for Flanders. Skips over his stick. Flanders now takes possession. Flanders looking, shoots from in tight. Deflected up and out of play. And Nick Flanders, he really loves those sharp angle shots.
Yeah, Flanders has been doing a lot of those sharp angle shots lately, the last 2 games, but Flanders has had some trouble finding the net. He hasn't been shooting it on net. He's been shooting it kind of around the net. Let's see if he can pick it back up. Let's get some shots on net for Flanders.
Face off out to the left now of Sepinen. Arizona comes away with possession. Here's Matthew Holt. Myers just floats that one into the zone. Around the wall. Stopped up there by Jackson Mace. Floats that one back in. Now back to Mace. Mace trying to center one to the slot. Loose puck in front of Pavlizin. Still no joy. Now behind the net. Center to the slot. No joy there for Arizona still. They still have possession. Work in the near corner. Flanders with an aggressive hit there on his man. That was Myers. And now here comes Brendan Manning the other way for UNLV. He floats that one in the middle of the ice. It gets directed out at Alec Johnson, and that's offsides on UNLV.
That was really good defense there by Skating Rebels. That's what I like to call controlled chaos there. A lot of chaos near the net there, but Pavlison looked very calm, and there was a good job by a defenseman there knocking the puck away.
Face-off coming out outside the zone, a standing room only crowd once again here this season at City National Arena for this alumni weekend earlier tonight. They had an alumni game, plenty of recently graduated UNLV Skating Rebel players and older Skating Rebel players alike playing in this one. We have a stoppage of play here.
And do you see the final score of the alumni game? It was both teams had over 6 goals.
Yeah, I mean, when you're just kind of chilling and you're just kind of skating around, that's what happens. Like the goalies are just there to maybe get in front of a shot or two, and the players are just kind of floating muffins on net. But I mean, that's just what happens sometimes.
This is one of the largest crowds I've seen here so far.
Yeah,
it's completely packed. It's almost
standing
gone all
room
the way. Yeah,
all across the top row, in the bleachers by Mackenzie River Pizza, the bar and grill here at City National Arena, and then standing room only all around, basically from the stands all the way to us at the broadcast booth with plenty of people. This place is filled to the brim. As UNLV, they're going to start it in. Patuzov lets the shot go through traffic. That's blocked in front by Ryan Fisher. That's going to be floated back up for Lowell. Lowell puts a good move on the pinching forward, and that's going to be sent back in on net by Dylan Ford, it looks like. And Sepinen just gloves that one. And another, I mean, how was his framing there? I mean, that was kind of catcher-like. He was down low, and that pitch was a little high.
That was the closest to baseball I've seen. But Patuzov was almost like trying to get a little sacrifice bunt, but the only difference is that he has to bunt it backwards.
It's happened to Nikita Kucherov in the NHL, or he's done it before for the Tampa Bay Lightning. That's going to be floated off the glass, and out skips over the stick of Matias Dalmonte for an icing the other way now.
And Patuzov's from a very, very good baseball part of the country in Southern California over there in Orange County. And that's where my high school baseball career ended, over there in Trabuco Hills in Orange County. My last ever baseball game ever recorded.
What was their stat line in that one?
Oh, 0 for 1. I pinched hit.
That's not bad.
Yeah, I pinched hit.
Way better than what I would do. As Dalmonte lets a shot go through traffic, that's blocked in front. Johnson with the rebound, lets a shot go, misses that one. Now Strong plays that one up to the point. Dalmonte, DDD from Mazzillo, lets a shot go there. Into the mask there, Sepinen. Cole Wyatt hops on that loose puck in the slot, taking some slashes from Selman. Plays that one down, those Strongs on that. Plays that one now for Johnson. He presses against the wall to get there. Now here's Max Johnson going for a skate. Mazzillo. He gets pressed against the wall by the captain opposite him, Jesse Lowell. Now Strong. UNLV still with some good zone time. Dalmonte looking, lets a shot go through traffic off the kick plate and back out to the half wall. Cole Wyatt gets that puck, filters it back to the slot. No one home. UNLV getting changed up. Cole Wyatt, the lone man, in on the forecheck as that's tipped on in to the zone by Josh Lusby. Now Robert McCollum surveying the ice. Just under 6 gone in this first period. UNLV with a 1-0 lead. That's going to be sent on in. Bradley Glomp beats out that icing race. Good hustle from 3 in white. But here comes Arizona the other way. Cosden floats that one into the corner. He's going to be in on his own puck. Tries to float one to the slot. No such success. That's going to skip free out of the zone for Cameron Timor on neutral ice.
Really like the hustle there by Gallant to take away that icing. Those are the plays that are unrecognized by the end of the game, but coaches definitely see that in the film room.
Coaches and scouts alike and color commentators like yourself, Ryan. Kyle Quinn now behind Landon Pavlison, surveying the ice alone forechecker in there is Matthew Marquis for Arizona, mirroring his every move, leaves that one off for Barry. He plays that one up for Gunnar Smith. He just tips that one in. Sepinen is in behind his own cage to stop that one up, leaves that puck there. Now behind his own cage is Shively. Josh Shively spins that one around for Timor. Timor now up ice. Now gain in the zone. That's Connor Ziegler pressed up against the wall. Now work in the near corner. It's going to skip free to the point. Shot through traffic into the pads of Pavlis, and he holds for a whistle. And we have a little bit of extracurriculars there. That's Tyler Shetland. Kyle Quinn's mixing it up there with Ziegler. And Ziegler's bubble comes undone. And I mean, the temperature has been kind of like a cool, maybe 60 degrees, kind of matching outside.
It's February
right
weather.
now.
It's February weather. And that's
out here
how
on
it
the
kind of
West
is
Coast.
playing hockey tonight. But I do expect this thing to get a little bit more chippy later. I don't want to see any penalties, but I do see this thing getting a little bit more physical.
And if you do remember last season, the series on the road between these two teams was very physical and very gamey. Max Johnson, he scored an overtime winner off of a one-timer and shushed the crowd, and they weren't too happy about that one. Bradley Gallant, per sources, had a cup thrown at him and got showered in some beer last January as the shot floats on, steered away by Pavlison. Gunnar Smith gets bumped off that puck. Played up to the point, shot through traffic again, misses wide. That was let go there by Jared Overland, Las Vegas native. Now puck skipping free to the middle of the ice. Barry now, the defenseman. Head manning this rush, plays that one over from Manning. Manning filters that one in, wrestling off of Shetland. Manning floats that one up to the point. In a neutral ice from Mazzillo. Forward line's getting changed up. Matias Del Monte skates that one in. We got another offsides call on the Skating Rebels.
But you talked about Johnson getting hazed by the crowd, or Gallant getting hazed by the crowd. Have you ever faced any crowd hazing in your hockey career? Baseball, basketball, football, roller derby?
Occasionally, it was never great hazing, but I mean, it's all part of the game usually. It doesn't really get to you. It's really, honestly, if they like start throwing stuff or like pointing at you and like flipping you off.
Yeah, I've been flipped off. I mean, my entire team got booed out of a city after losing a city championship game. That was a pretty tough one.
But I think, honestly, the worst is probably like the people when you're getting off the ice. They just kind of, especially if you have a bad game, they just start really getting to you. But at the end of the day, you're the one on the ice.
Yeah, don't have a bad game.
Yeah, I mean, you're not allowed. You're not allowed to be human. But it's a lot better in college when you can get the last laugh, because a lot of the time they're not your age and they're not in a tournament and they're not, playing in there. There's a turnover there in tight. Good forecheck there from Josh Lusby. UNLV, they're going to start it out, floated to neutral ice, settled down now by Lowell. Lowell plays that around the defenseman Mazzillo, but he gets that puck and plays some keep away, and Mazzillo's going to have to start it out. And to finish my thought from earlier, it's really just the kids your age that you're going to play them later on. That's what really gets to you. But in college, I mean, you're on the ice for a reason, and most of the time it's people who don't play hockey too well chirping you like that.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Like I would have been the guy that was chirping playing hockey, because I'm like, hey, if I can't beat him with my skills, I'll beat him with using my mouth,
Coming a regular mouthpiece. Here's Cole White. Dips the shoulder, backhand chance, shouldered away there by Sepinen. Skips free to the point for Johnson, now to McCollum. McCollum off the end wall. Johnson shot into the pillows there. A cheeky play from UNLV, and we have more of a coming together right in front of the net. Max Johnson in the corner with Kioka exchanging some words. Caleb Strong exchanging some words with basically 90% of the U of A team. 3 red sweaters on 1 white sweater in front of the Finnish native Sepinen. And I mean, that was a really cheeky play by McCollum off the kick plate, in tight for Johnson.
I was about to say that. Did you see the adjustment McCollum made? Because earlier in the game, he shot the puck. It went straight into the Arizona defenders. That time went around, did a nice little saucer pass, like you said, a little cheeky play off the corner, and that was a much better result than the first time he did that.
Got a good chance in tight, and that was a good stick there by Timor breaking up that centering pass to Cole Wyatt from the half wall. Now Johnson, he can't get his stick on that one in front. McCollum settles it down, wires that one off the kick plate for Alec Johnson. Johnson with a wild shot that skips free all the way to the opposite point from McCollum. That's going to be played back in deep. Max Johnson plays that down low. Cole White going to work against Cameron Timor in that far corner. White gets tripped up. Strong plays it to the point, can't get it to his man, and now here comes DeMizio, going to be in on the forecheck, bumps his man Josephson, and we have another stoppage of play with 10:16 to go. And I mean, Ryan, just under 10 minutes elapsed. This game has felt like really snappy tonight.
Both teams look more clean than last night. Last night, the beginning of the game was really sloppy for both teams. Tonight, a lot more clean by both teams. UNLV has looked better, but Arizona's had some good opportunities close to the net, but Pavlison's looked really good. He's been looking very calm tonight. Hasn't looked hesitant at all, and that's really rare to see from him because he's normally super calm, not a hesitant goaltender.
That's played on in. Filtered around there. Forward pinching, chopping at that one. He gets that one back in deep.
Another thing about Pavlison is that he's really cocky. when he's with the puck, he does things where he comes out the net and he does the little things that I would scratch my head about, but hey, if it works, it works. It's all about the results.
It's a regular Martin Brodeur in UNLV form. Dylan Ford's going to play that one out for DeMizio. Now drop pass there for the defenseman Kyle Quinn. Now Gallant's going to float that one in. Jaden Ness in on that one. Chops it. Sepidin kind of runs into him there. Gallant from the corner trying to get an odd angle shot. Can't get that one off. And now here's Brody Selman. Selman now plays that one cross ice into the skates there of Marquis. Now Ness rips that one into the zone. Off the wall and settled down by Sepidin. And talking to Jaden Ness pregame, as you saw in the open, if you were here for that one, Jaden Ness's gritty against Arizona from just a couple weeks ago was in that open, and he was practicing the gritty when he saw that for the first time on the big screen pregame on the ice. And he also said that if he does score tonight, the gritty will be making a return.
Oh, goodness. And I'm going to have to color that.
And here comes Gunnar Smith. He pulls up, leaves that for Manning. Manning can't catch that one. Sepidin way out of position. UNLV can't get a scoring chance out of that one. Sepidin finds his post once again, and now Manning
close to finding 2 goals in 2 nights.
Manning definitely looking for that one. Flanders goes to work in the corner, filters that one to the slot. Sepidin covers that one up for a whistle. I mean, the gritty, it was done by Nick Flanders last season, late in the season once again. And I mean, I'm looking to see another gritty from anybody basically, but it's a lot
from
funnier.
Anyone. How about you, gritty, if Ness scores?
I've done it before. We might have to post game. We'll see. We will see.
There we go. Now we get some content for our socials. There we go.
Shameless plug there is we have a 2-on-1 forming the other way. Here comes Arizona. Shot there by Shetland. Shouldered away there by Pavlison and skips free to the corner now. Fisher going to work. That's going to be played out to the corner for Alec Johnson. Johnson plays it up for Batuzov. Touch pass there for Burke on the left wing boards. Burke now plays that one off the wall. He's going to hop in on that one, going to work against Timor. Timor plays it out. Shetland. Touch pass. Batuzov blocks that clearing attempt. Can't settle it down. It's going to be played out there by Sam Myers. And now here comes Tyler Shetland the other way. Let's do a shot there by Jackson Mace. Misses wide of the net. Played back on in. Mace steers that one around the wall. Settled down now by McCollum. Played over for Alec Johnson. Now up from Luke Burke. Burke on the right wing boards now. Burke plays it around. The defenseman can't get a hold on that one. Good play there by Shively to recover. And now Jackson Mace pirouetting away from pressure. Shively can't connect on that pass. And now here comes UNLV the other way. Wyatt stepping in, drop pass. Johnson shoots. Waffle boarded there by Sepidin. He couldn't find the rebound for a second, but he found it and covers it up.
Yeah, he almost got caught at 5-hole because of where the puck was. The puck was right in between his legs, and he didn't find it for a second. Cole Wyatt was right near the area of the puck, but Cole Wyatt didn't see it before Sepidin did, and Sepidin just covered it up. But a very dangerous opportunity there by the skating Rebels.
UNLV playing really good off the rush. There's another shot there, save made by Sepidin. Now Jake Berry pinching. He's going to work in the corner. Now Wyatt around the wall. Berry gets that one at the half wall, spins that one right back down low. Now Wyatt again going to work. He steps on the puck and takes a tumble. Now Max Johnson. Max Johnson, the Minnesota native. One of many on this UNLV team. Pirouetting away from pressure, but gets pickpocketed there by Malco. Good defensive effort there. Bouncing puck settled down and sent out by Matthew Hull, but UNLV coming back. Cole Wyatt. Wyatt dances to the outside. Shot just skips through the blue paint wide of the pad there of Sepidin. Mizio plays it to the point. Now Wyatt again, been out there for a while. Now Quinn lets the shot go through traffic, knocked down by Demizio's shin. Demizio going to work there against Cosden. That's going to be played out now by Josephson. And Arizona's still finally gonna get some partial changes with UNLV coming back the other way again. Demizio, drop pass for Del Monte. Del Monte dances to the wing. Del Monte shoots and he scores! Matias Del Monte dances to the right wing boards. Pots his second goal in as many nights.
Great possession there. Del Monte got the puck from Demizio in the point, and Del Monte found the lane and shot. He scored, and I mean that's how it pretty much was. It wasn't anything too special, but a goal is a goal, right, Dom?
I mean, we've been saying it all weekend. They never ask how, they ask how many. And I mean, Matias Del Monte, he's been really ripping it as of late, and especially it's an identical goal, but you just move him about like maybe 10 feet towards the right wing boards instead of the high slot, and he just lets a wrist shot go, beats a goaltender, and a bit of a more creative celebration instead of just kind of like doing what he usually does. He goes to one knee.
Yeah, he looked like he was in Cleveland Rock and Roll Hall of Fame a little bit with the air guitar.
It looks like we have a penalty upcoming to UNLV. Bradley Gallant's going to be going. And the official talking to the bench, Anthony Vigneri Green, are very animated. Not sure exactly what the call is. And we have a lot of yelling and some booing and a lot of confusion as to what exactly is going on, what the call is. Bradley Gallant, regardless, posted 2 minutes on the board, 6:23 to go in this first period of play. We have another whistle here.
And newly brought to me information, Jordan Anders, our photographer, takes all the credit for telling Del Monte to come up with a new goal celebration. And if you guys liked it, thank Jordan. If you guys didn't like it, you know who to blame. You know who to talk to.
And also, we always thank Jordan for phenomenal work behind the camera, whether it's photos as one of our many photographers, and all of the videos that you see on socials. As Jason Demizio now lets a shot go through traffic. I guess directed high to the protective netting. Jaden Ness and Cameron Seymour go tumbling into the net. And Arizona going to the power play, just getting word now. The Bradley Gallant penalty is delay of game of Brody. Someone snaps his stick. He's going to have to get some new lumber right now, and that's going to be about the true catalyst with the new holographic graphics, and that's going to be a pretty penny there, Ryan. That's probably about $300 down the drain right that we just saw.
Yeah, it's $300 that I don't have to worry about, so.
That's the Arizona Wildcat hockey program's problem. It's now Arizona getting their first look on the power play here tonight. Jesse Lowell filters that one up to the point for Kioka. Now down low, back for Lowell. Back up ice for Jackson Mays. Kioka lets a slap shot go. Tipped in front, loose puck in front of the net. Lowell gets tipped to the ice by Dylan Ford. Good job of 13 and White clearing the ice in front of Landon Pavlison. Now here comes Jackson Mays, sauces that one down low. Now played to the near corner. Good hit there by Ford. Filter back on. Blocked in front. Kyle Quinn clears the blue paint. Burke ends up clearing the zone. Now Timor taking a slash there from Burke, has to play that one back for Kioka. Now here comes Nicholas Kioka the other way. Kioka on the left wing. Gets pickpocketed there by Del Monte. He sends that one out. Now here comes Michael Petuzov with speed. Getting really in on the forecheck there. We have another whistle. .450 to go now, just 6 seconds shy of another angel number tonight, Ryan.
Oh, we don't need to talk about angel numbers right now. We talked about that last night. Referees are conversing a little bit.
So penalty posted to the scoreboard for the U of A, awaiting the sentence here.
That was another power play that Arizona did not capitalize on. Good job by the Skating Rebels on defense. And good job by Michael Petuzov to hustle it up. But so about the broken stick, Is there any fines in the ACHA, or is this like, all right, you have to pay for your new stick now? All we have to do is pay for the 2 minutes in the penalty box, right?
Oh, you always have to pay for your own sticks typically. Ryan Malco posted on the board for Arizona as we have some fresh 4-on-4 hockey, a lot of space out there for both teams. UNLV working it around the zone. Max Johnson takes a feed down low, pats that one out of midair. Too many men, bench minor on Arizona is the call, as they're going to play a shot from a falling Wildcat there. That looked like Will Josephson. Good effort there. Now Dalmonte stepping in. Dalmonte shoots, just misses the net wide. He's looking for his second of the game, third of the weekend, and Johnson's going to play that one way outside for his twin brother, Alec. UNLV on a newfound power play for about 1:20. UNLV connected on the power play earlier tonight. Drop pass there for Wyatt. Leave that for Gallant, fresh out of the box off of his delay of game penalty. He plays that one up for the left wing boards. That's going to be played back now for Barry. Barry to the right wing for Wyatt. Wyatt saucer off the wall for Alec Johnson. Now back to Cole Wyatt. He's looking. Cole Wyatt. Barry. Barry looks. Back to Cole Wyatt. Wyatt now looks. One-time chance for Johnson. Misses the net wide. Johnson's still looking for that one-timer. One of the leading goal scorers for UNLV. Johnson gets that puck. Now here's Barry. Barry back for Johnson. Cross-ice feeds picked off there. Johnson gets that puck back, filters it back now for Cole Wyatt. Now back to the point, under about 30 to go now. Tipped wide by Flanders. Now Gallant. Cole Wyatt at the point. To the blue line for Barry. Barry steps in, shoots, blocked in front, rebound, chance, they score! And Bradley Gallant, fresh out of the box from a delay of game penalty. He knocks over rebound past Sepinen, and another doorstep goal for UNLV. They're up 3-0.
Yeah, just chopped a stick and now chopped up a goal. That was one of those little choppy ones where the puck was right near the zone. You got to chip it in after the rebound. And that's just another goal coming off of rebounds, coming off second chances during the power play yet again. So really like what the Skating Rebels are doing. Good job by Gallant, finding where the puck is, getting that second chance opportunity.
And UNLV, they connect once again, as we mentioned, on the power play. And that's one of the slept-on features of UNLV's power play, especially when Alec Johnson is on the ice. He loves sitting at that left face-off dot, trying to get a one-timer like Alexander Ovechkin in the NHL for the Washington Capitals. But there, in times previous, and just like tonight, a lot of the time UNLV, they have a man parked out in front for a rebound opportunity just like that. And UNLV, they're continuing that momentum. Burke gets that puck chopped off his stick in the slot, but he filters that one back down low for Daniel Fisher. Fisher now being worked on by two Wildcat players, filtered to the slot. No one home. Sam Myers now is going to have to start it out for Arizona. So Sam Myers cuts to the middle of the ice. Myers lets the shot go, filters one to the slot, cleared out. Palinson was sprawling out to try and make that save, under 2.5 to go in this opening frame. Now Gallant, big hit there. Penalty upcoming, and Gallant being slashed. We have it coming together now at the far blue line. That was Gallant, a big hit there on Jackson Mace. Mace went down in a heap, and Bradley Gallant going to the penalty box after scoring tonight's third goal. Going to be boarding for Bradley Gallant, serving another 2 minutes, 2:17 to go in the opening period here.
And that was a big hit there by Gallant. Player was a little outside the boards, and hitting him onto the boards like that will be a penalty pretty much every time, right, Dom?
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely, I saw the reasoning there, and it's kind of surprising for Gallant to lay the lumber like that. Bradley Gallant is not the biggest man out there on the ice by any means. And for him to lay the lumber like that, I mean, he's listed on the ACHA website, 5'7", 170. Not the biggest man, but I mean, he can still throw the body, as you see there.
Pound for pound, he's got it though. Weighing 170 at 5'7". That's a pretty big boy right there.
It'll be Jackson Macy has 5 inches on Gallant and about 15 pounds, but these things just happen. We have the linesman and official.
Yeah, and he got thrown 15 feet.
Right into the boards, and that's what happens. You get a boarding penalty there. Now Arizona with another look on the power play here tonight. As we said in the open, They connected late on a 5-minute major power play to bring them within 2 last night, but it wasn't enough as UNLV skated away with a 4-2 victory. But tonight's a new night and a new chance for Arizona to connect on the power play and bring them within 1 right here, or 2, excuse me. Now shot through traffic, misses the net just wide, now played at the near corner, filter right back down low behind the net. Now played in front, Pavlison sprawling, loose puck again. Timor can't settle that one down. Good defensive play by DeMizio to clear the front of the net. And that's going to be sent out of the zone by the captain. Hunter Mazzillo, a minute and a half remaining on the Arizona power play. Now here's Lowell off the wall for Selman. Selman now plays it around the wall to the opposite point. No one home, skips free to neutral ice for Nick Kioka to recoil in his own zone. Sauces one over, can't connect with Selman. Quinn connects with that one. He sends that one back out to neutral ice. Over a minute to go now in the Gallant penalty. Jackson Mays drop pass is picked off by Gunnar Smith, plays that off the wall. And now here comes Luke Burke. Burke between the legs move, cuts to the outside, can't keep a handle on that one, and Burke shakes off a hit there from Kioka. Now loose puck, Gunnar Smith now cuts, fades one to the slot. Burke gets taken out by Steppen, and he was kind of swimming in the blue paint there. Good chance on the penalty kill for UNLV. 45 to go now on the Gallant penalty. Cutting to the slot there was Malco. He gets that one chopped away there. Good chance there for Arizona. 33 to go now on the Gallant penalty. 47 to go in the first period. Ryan Fisher now looking from behind his own net. Leaves that for Tyler Shetland. Shetland now head up to the neutral ice. He puts a move on, cuts to the right wing boards. Shetland gains his own. Shetland now cuts. We have another delayed call up coming on UNLV. Touched up by Kyle Quinn. 13 to go now on the Gallant penalty. 30.5 left.
Same keys as the first time that UNLV got themselves in a 5-on-3 penalty kill. Definitely want to get the puck out immediately so that you can kill off the first penalty because there's only 13 seconds left. And then you got to kill off the second penalty. It'll be just like a 5-on-4 man advantage for ASU, I mean for U of A anyway. ASU's next week.
Kyle Quinn going 2 minutes for tripping. 5-on-3 opportunity for U of A for about 13 seconds. Another 5-on-3 opportunity this weekend, their second one in as many games. They couldn't convert on the first one on Friday night. We'll see if they can tonight, but here comes Jason DeMizio. DeMizio all on his own on the PK. He gained the zone. He's going to play it back out for neutral ice, but Shetland picks that one up. Drop pass there for Lowell. Jesse Lowell now moves on in behind the goal. Whoa, wraparound attempt. Save made by Pavlison, and now here comes Bradley Gallant. Gallant fresh out of the box. 5-on-4 PK now for about a minute and a half. Played that one to the slot. 4 seconds to go now. One more rush for Arizona. Sam Myers is going to float that one in. A minute and a half to go on the Kyle Quinn penalty, but through 20, UNLV has the advantage. 3-zip.
Yeah, UNLV, they haven't been doing too good with staying away from the penalty box, but they've been playing much better than ASU on the offensive side, scoring 3 goals in the first period, 2 of them on power plays, and doing a great job directing traffic near the net and putting in good shots. And Del Monte's last goal, which the second last one, which just went right through the wickets pretty much at a goaltender. I mean, that was more of just put it on net, see what happens, and it went in.
Through 20 minutes. Shots are 16-6 in favor of UNLV. We're going to be stepping away for a quick intermission. We'll be back for more UNLV skate and rubble hockey after this. And welcome back inside of City National Arena. Second period up on the docket here. If you're just joining us, thank you for joining us. On the call, as always, is myself, Dominic Lavoie. Right alongside me is Ryan Gilder. And through 20 minutes, UNLV has the advantage. Score a 3-0 for the Skating Rebels. They lead in the shot department as well. 16-2. They're 2 for 2 on the power play as well tonight. Ryan, we touched on in the open, they were 0 for 5 last night on the power play. Now tonight, they're 2 for 2 on the other end. Arizona 0 for 2 so far. They have a minute and a half of carryover power play time. And the keys to this period for both teams, I mean, Arizona, they need to have a cleaner breakout, and UNLV, they just need to continue play.
Just capitalize on opportunities. Skating Rebels have been capitalizing on their opportunities while shooting at Arizona's side of the net, and they've been scoring them. And also, whenever they got on the power play, they've scored. So that's why they got 2 extra goals, and instead of being 1-0, it's 3-0, and the Skating Rebels look pretty good in this one.
Now, UNLV, they had a bit of zone time. We have a whistle here, and in that first period as well, their breakouts looked amazing. Their power play, as we touched on, looked great. And also on those power plays and on a couple of those goals as well, they really just were getting down and dirty. A lot of goals coming right off of the doorstep, off of rebounds.
Creating a lot of traffic, and that traffic is causing a lot of second chance opportunities.
UNLV has capitalized on those in Arizona. They gained the zone there. Jackson Mace putting a good hit on Hunter Mazzillo. Selman, he takes a hard hit there from DeMizio. Mace now from the dot. Mace shoots, tipped on through traffic, just wide of Pavlison.
Selman with a really good chip there, almost went into the net.
Now Mace by Kioka. Now Timor. Good stick there from DeMizio to break up that cross-ice feed intended for Jackson Mace. Now it's going to be fed out. Here comes Caleb Strong. Strong now gains his own, shoots, just misses the net high. 26 to go on the Kyle Quinn minor penalty. Here's Lowell, leading scorer, leading point getter for the Wildcats. Jaden Ness chips that one out of the zone. Gunnar Smith, he gets in on that one. Smith turns the corner. Now here comes Gunnar Smith, 2-on-1 the other way. Smith feeds one cross ice. Ness can't get to that one. That skips free in open ice for the half wall. And here come the Wildcats. One last rush, gets broken up. Just a few seconds remaining on the Quinn penalty. He's out of the box. And now here's Luke Burke. Shoots, pad save there by Sepinen. Now Gunnar Smith going for a skate. Smith now getting chopped at. Feeds that one cross corner. Cross ice feed again. No joy there. Puck fed in tight. That skips free now to the point for McCollum. Plays that off the wall. Can't connect with a fellow man in a white sweater. Alec Johnson now plays that one in. Burke's on that one. Can't play that one around the wall. Now here comes Arizona the other way. Arizona, here they come. Shot there, save made there by Pavlison. Good shot from Lusby. That wires all the way around. And Arizona's gonna have to recoil under 3 minutes gone now. Now here's Lusby from the right wing, feeds across ice. Shot there by Malco, misses the net just high. That was labeled top shelf. Now fed to the slot. Malco can't get a stick on that one. Strong in a puck race. That gets chipped right back in by Shetland. Barry wrestling Shetland off of him. Max Johnson chips that one to neutral to the open ice. It's going to be sent right back into the zone there by Litwin. But now here comes UNLV, that top line, Max Johnson. Can't play that one through traffic, and now here comes Arizona the other way. Brody Selman. Someone shoots from the slot just off the side of the cage there. That shot looked like it was going to go. That made the twine move on the net, but it looks like it just hit the side of the netting.
Really good opportunities by Arizona, just cannot find the net. They've been shooting it kind of around the net, but not on net.
Now Max Johnson plays that one down low. Flanders shaking off pressure. That gets him knifed right back to the half wall. Strong's in on that one. That gets shot out of the zone. And now here comes Arizona the other way. Here's Tyler Shetland, 2-on-1. Shetland and Selman scooped on. Waffle boarded away now by Pavlison. Good 2-on-1 chance for UNLV. Two captains collide again, Mazzillo and Lowell. Now it's going to be played up ice for Flanders. Flanders now gets that one poked away. Now here comes Arizona. Cosden cutting to the wing. That's poked away and sent out by Del Monte. Gloved down and neutralized by Manning. Now here comes Gunnar Smith cutting to the left wing wall. Smith now dipping the shoulder, puts on the brakes at the goal line, turns back. Puck loose. Manning can't get to that one. Hand pass is a call. 15:59 left on the clock here in this middle period. I mean, Ryan, from what I can see, this period doesn't have as much pace as the first period so far.
Not as much pace, because look at Del Monte's 2 amazing poke checks in the last 2 possessions, really preventing the Wildcats from getting any pacing going on. A 2-on-1 opportunity. The only person there to stop it was Del Monte. Got a poke check. Then there was another odd man rush that Del Monte got a poke check to stop on. So good job there by Del Monte, stopping the Arizona Wildcats, stop their offensive pressure through his poke checks.
Now UNLV, they're still working it around the zone. Flanders is in on that one. That takes a kick off the kick plate. Now Johnson from the point. Lets the shot go through traffic. Loose puck in front. That's going to be cleared out, but Manning comes away with it. Johnson now wants that one. Feeds it to McCollum. McCollum through traffic. Shot misses the net wide. Flanders is in on that one below the goal line. Played up ice for McCollum now. McCollum D-to-D for Johnson. Johnson shoots. Save made there by Sepinen. We got a bit of a tangle in the corner. Flanders really going at it with Ryan Malco. They come nose to nose, or fishbowl to fishbowl, if you will. And they get separated by the linesman, and they'll skate away. Flanders looks like he's still barking.
A little bit higher heat, but still not too much as it was last year. Last year was a lot more heated. Like you said, the beer was thrown on Gallant after Johnson's overtime shot. This doesn't really seem like it's going to turn out the same way, but who knows?
And also a not mentioned portion of that odd celebration in Tucson, Arizona. They were telling Max Johnson and the rest of the Skating Rebels that they were #1 in a very interesting manner, to say the least. As Cameron Timor plays that one off the wall, up ice, in a neutral ice, going to be flipped up and sent in by the Wildcats. Kyle Quinn's in on that one. Bradley Gallant takes that. Plays it up for DeMizio. DeMizio now. Now Ford. Ford can't settle that one down. That's going to be played out. Brody Selman. Partial 2-on-1. Selman looking. Selman steps in, shoots. Blocker save there by Pavlin. Going to careening into the wall there was Connor Ziegler. He's up no worse for wear. He's going to be still in on the forecheck. Ziegler now. Up ice. Shot through traffic. Blocked in front by Dylan Ford. He wore that shot right on the shin pad. Now it's played around to the wall. In on that one is Lowell. Jesse Lowell in the corner going to work. Selman there to support. Selman can't settle that one, or center that pass. That puck just skips right past Josh Shively at the point. UNLV is going to get an opportunity for some full-sail changes as Arizona recoils. Now Selman. Tuzov gets bumped off the puck there by Lowell. Luke Burke. Around the cage, drops that to Del Monte, D-to-D, Mazzillo. Now here comes Fisher on the breakout. Fisher now floats that one in. Fisher's going to get in on his own loose puck with Kioka. Now in the corner, it's still Fisher. Fisher now. Del Monte, D-to-D, Mazzillo. Mazzillo lets a shot go through traffic, steered up, almost into the netting there. Played to the corner, big hitting attempt there by Fisher. Now here comes Fisher. Fisher in, being wrestled by Mace. Fisher can't settle it down. Good chance there from UNLV. Now Batuzov can't settle that one down, or center that one to the slot. UNLV getting some changes. Kioka's going to wire that one up ice. Can't connect with his man Sam Myers. Icing's waved off here. McCollum's back to pick it up. Plays that off the wall from Mazzillo. Mazzillo stretch pass through the neutral zone, complete up the right wing, and now played to the center of the ice. Now through the middle of the ice. It's going to be on net and held for a whistle.
Well, I think this is probably a good time to talk about it. Tomorrow is a pretty big day in the United States of America. It's the Super Bowl. It's a pretty big game, I like to say, Dom. I know we don't like to talk about things not UNLV hockey related, but
I think it's kind of big. It's like, all right.
So who do you got? I mean, we have thousands of viewers, so you're on the hot mic here. So who do you got in Super Bowl?
I would say Philadelphia, going with Captain Hunter Mazzillo's team. They have pretty good defense. Jalen Hurts has been playing great all season long, so I would have to go with Philadelphia. What about you? What's your pick? You say you're saving it for the broadcast here.
Yeah, I told you I was going to save it for the broadcast, and I got the Kansas City Chiefs
Interesting.
winning the Super Bowl this year. Kansas City, I think, is going to score 33, and I think the Eagles are going to score 27. And I really just see the Kansas City Chiefs this year winning the Super Bowl. Mahomes has been there before 2 times. He got blown out last time. He's been waiting to get back. He's finally back there. Now he's going to win it again.
We'll definitely see. I'm sure a lot of Americans are going to be glued to their TVs tomorrow afternoon. And speaking of the Super Bowl as well, it's a big calendar year upcoming for the city of Las Vegas. They have the Super Bowl coming here to Allegiant Stadium 1 year from today. Hopefully myself, I will be there. As UNLV, they still have a good amount of zone time going, and they're trying to work it around the zone. But Arizona, they're going to pick up possessions, try and start it out. And as well as later this year, Formula One during the next UNLV Rebel hockey season on the Thanksgiving break for the Skating Rebels, hitting the Las Vegas Strip at night on a Saturday as that puck skips off the end boards and awkwardly onto the back of the net. They're chopping at the twine there to try and get that off, and they successfully free the puck, and Malco can't chip it out. Barry shot through traffic, skips free to the corner. Flanders now puts a move on, floats one in. Now play to the near wall into the corner. Flanders in on that. Now Manning cutting to the middle of the ice, feeds it to Barry. Barry lets a shot go through traffic. Loose puck in the blue paint. Scramble that gets cleared out of the zone into the corner. Manning lost his footing and lost possession of the puck there. UNLV still knocking on the door in this game for some more goals to possibly match their goal total from Friday night.
Yeah, good possession there by the Skating Rebels, putting it right on the blue there on the crease, but unable to get it in. But it's still good offensive possession there by the Skating Rebels.
Got a discussion, the official on the UNLV bench. .11:14 now on the clock. Just under 9 minutes elapsed in this middle period. It's still all UNLV, 3-0. Haven't connected since the first period. That faceoff's going to be one shot right on net. Save made there by Sepinen. Now Mazzillo in neutral ice at the Vegas Golden Knights logo. He plays that one in. Now here comes Arizona on the breakout. Chipped off the wall. Del Monte's in on that one. Whacks that around the boards there. Strong gets plastic to the glass there right in front of us. And now here comes Cole Wyatt. Leaves that off for the wing. Johnson steps in from the dot. Shot gets blocked in front. Chipped up to the wall. Strong's on that one. Plays that one back in deep. Can't get it to a man in a white sweater. Now whacked at into the zone there by Matthew Marquis. Pavlazin left that one there for Mazzillo. Stretch pass there for Wyatt is going to be played right back into the zone. But UNLV still coming away with possession. Del Monte up ice, down the length of the ice for an icing.
A little uncharacteristic icing there. Try to get a little stretch pass going, and didn't really work out there for Del Monte, and it'll be an icing for his Skating Rebels. But other than that, I feel like they've been playing very good so far in this period, even though they didn't get a goal. Yeah, I feel like they put good pressure on the Wildcats, and they put good shots on net.
Face-off coming out to the right of Landon Pavlazin, the man in the red pads for UNLV. That's won by Arizona and then sent to the half wall. Mazzillo gets a stick on it and wires that one around the wall. Now here's Demizio.
Yeah, I know we talked about it a little bit, but I really like Pavlazin's new red pads. And you'll see it when the camera shifts to the other direction. But they're really nice.
And Pavlazin can be considered the man of many looks this season. He's sported the black, silver, and red pads so far this year.
No, they might not be red pads. I think they might be scarlet.
We'll call it scarlet.
We'll call it scarlet because that's the UNLV's version of red.
Color.
Yeah.
In that first half of the season, he had some pad skins on, the pads from his old pads, or from the pads at Wisconsin Superior. Base color was black with silver and red accents, and he got those new Bauer Customs at the start of the second half of the season. Mostly red with touches of black and a brand new goaltending mask. Mostly hand-painted if you have a chance to check it out. It's a beautiful work of art, as is Zach Wixon's mask and Vince Benedetto's mask, and all three goalies as well have custom sets of pads. Great looks there for UNLV as they're still trying to keep the zone. It's going to be played off the wall now for McCollum. He keeps the zone. McCollum pirouetting, leaves that for Johnson. Now McCollum misplays that one, but he steers that one back into the zone. That's going to be played out. Fancy pass and display there. Here comes Brody Selman, gets stapled to the wall, but shakes off the check from McCollum. Alec Johnson now gets bumped by Jesse Lowell. They both hit the deck. Now here comes UNLV the other way. 3-on-3. Matuzov plays that one into the corner, going to work there. Now behind the Arizona cage. Still going to work. Arizona comes away with it. Tyler Shetland now. Shetland faces the pressure. He gets dumped hard there by Dylan Ford, and Ford coming together with Jared Overland. We got arms raised. Landon Pavlison thought it was going to be on Arizona. He was going to try and get to the bench for the extra attacker. He's having a discussion with the official.
That's dangerous there. Pavlison left the net while there was a penalty committed by UNLV. He thought the penalty was on Arizona.
Arizona heading to the power play. Once again, Dylan Ford getting 2 minutes for roughing. And Jared Overland getting nothing.
Oh, no, it was a hard hit, but do I call it roughing? I'm not sure. What do you think?
I think it was Overland came around and speared him a little bit and showed his displeasure with the hit. And Dylan Ford threw a little shot at Overland up high, and the official caught it. And that's what happens. That goes into the protective netting. It almost leaked through the protective netting there. It came down on the table.
Almost landed on a beer, and it would have landed on a beer probably last night because a $2 beer night. There was a bunch of cups laying around the end wall there.
And a couple weeks ago in the Oklahoma series, a fan along the wall had a beer spill all over them. So
he wasn't too happy when I was talking about it, but I call it how I see it, and that guy made a pretty pathetic drop of the beer.
Now Arizona going to work in the offensive zone on the power play. Luke Burt chops that off the boards and out of the zone. Gunnar Smith and Ryan Fisher in a puck race, but stepping in settles that one down behind his own cage and plays that one up ice for Sam Myers. Now here comes Myers, plays that one to the wall there for Mace. Mace now looking, feeds that one, tried to get it to Lowell in the high slot, just out of his reach, and that's going to skip free back into their own zone, and they're going to have to recoil.
Yeah, Wildcats got to cycle the puck a lot better on this power play. They haven't really had a good job cycling the puck, and they just iced it on their own power play. This is not a good power play for the Wildcats, to say the least. And that's, I think, an understatement. They've not been cycling the puck good at all in this period, and they have a power play, might as well at least get a good chunk of shots from it. If you're not going to score, at least put in good shots, but they're not having a good power play at all here. Not good shot quality. And the icing there, you didn't need to ice the puck at all.
And that's one of those keys we talked about at the top of the period, is better breakouts and better passing as well for the Wildcats in this period to kind of bring them back to within striking distance of UNLV. But as a lot of people say, a three-goal lead is the worst lead in hockey.
Now, why is that, Dom?
It's just kind of a thing where teams can kind of get too comfortable with 3-goal leads. I mean, 2-goal leads, you still have that insurance, and you're still hungry enough to keep playing and keep going and not really let anything slide. But 3 goals, some teams kind of get complacent and they start playing lackadaisical. And we have another delayed penalty upcoming on UNLV. It's going to be, looks like it's going to be Jason DiMizio going for slashing. He took a hack there on Jesse Lowell. Extra attack out there, shot there, tipped in front. Another baseball-like effort from Brody Selman in front of Landon Pavlison, and the official, an emphatic slashing mark or slashing call on Jason DiMizio. He's pleading his case, displaying what he did, and the official not having it. He emphatically told him, get out of here, and sent them to the box. And UNLV now 5-on-3 PK for 20 seconds.
Now, Jason DiMizio and I, we have a unique relationship. He's the only skating rebel that I have a class with.
Really?
Yes.
Interesting.
Guess the class.
I've had a couple classes with a couple Skating Rebels players. Last spring, actually, I had geology with defenseman Kyle Quinn and anthropology with forward Max Johnson. In the midst of his team-leading season, he led the team in points last year. He was one of the most lethal players out there. Now, Arizona going to work. Myers get that one to Timor. He picks up that loose puck, and he leaves that one there for Sam Myers. Myers now stepping in, looking, leaves that one for Jesse Lowell. Lowell now from the goal line. Feeds that one cross ice, can't get there. Stick on it, that was Jackson Mace. Now 5-on-4 for the Skating Rebels. About a minute 34 left on the Demizio slashing minor. Big hit there along the boards, and we have another penalty upcoming on the Skating Rebels. Couldn't see exactly what that hit was or what exactly happened. It was out of our vantage point. And out of the camera's vantage point, it looks like Sam Myers is the one who took the dump. He's being tended to by athletic trainer Jensen Radley. And it's going to be Dylan Ford going right back to the box. It appears another minor penalty for roughing Sam Myers in displeasure. He's being checked out, and he's spitting blood from his mouth. And head coach of the Wildcats, Chad Berman, was up in arms. He was basically standing on the dasher between his players, getting up in arms. We have another 5-on-3 power play opportunity for the Wildcats.
This was a turning point in game one. Let's see if this could be the turning point in game two, but it could go the other way.
Face-off won by the Skating Rebels. Dalmonte sends it out. Now Arizona, as you mentioned, this could be a turning point for this Wildcats team. UNLV getting into some penalty trouble as of late. Ryan Malco gets stapled to the glass by Bradley Gallant. And another penalty upcoming. And an early whistle, and Bradley Gallant sent Ryan Malco into the near wall, and that was a very dangerous hit right into the numbers, and Malco went face first into the glass. He's up no worse for wear. Still going to be checked out by Jensen Radley. Cross-checking is the call on Bradley Gallant. 3 men in the box, a full house for UNLV in the penalty box, something you never like to see. And now Ryan, this could really be a turning point in this game. An extended 5-on-3 power play.
Yeah, that was a really dangerous hit here by Gallant. That was right on the numbers, and it hit, and you hit the wall really hard face forward. And look at Corwin pumping up the crowd from the camera box. He's really trying to amp them up to try to help the Skating Rebels get a little penalty kill going here, because they have a 5-on-3 for quite a while that they're going to have to kill.
Still being checked out behind the Arizona bench is Sam Myers, I believe. We have a discussion. The official with the UNLV bench, Anthony Veneri Greener, the head coach for the Skating Rebels, does not look anywhere near happy.
Well, you shouldn't be happy when you give up 3 unnecessary penalties in a row, and that's what the Skating Rebels just did.
Bradley Gallant still not posted on the boards, wondering exactly what the call is. We'll have Joel Blakemore, the PA announcer, announce that. It's going to be about a 23-second extended 5-on-3 for the Skating Rebels to kill off, excuse me. And this could result in a tie game if Arizona scores 3 goals within the next minute. Two-minute minor for Bradley Gallant. And now Arizona going to work. That's Jackson Mace. Leaves that one off Lowell. Turn pass for Mace. Mace cuts to the slot. Still has possession. Down low for Brody Selman. Can't connect with him, and that's going to be sent out of the zone. Gunnar Smith, Jake Berry getting changed up with Tuzov and Hunter Mazzillo out there. Mazzillo can't get to that puck. It's going to be Ryan Malco, no worse for wear after that cross-check from Gallant. Tuzov sends that one out of the zone, and Arizona's going to have to recoil. 13 seconds to go on the initial Demizio slashing penalty. Now here comes Lowell. Lowell cuts to the outside around Dalmonte. Lowell in. Deeks shoots, just skips free, doesn't cross the line. And we got punches being thrown right in front of Pavlizin. Multiple Skating Rebels players on top of an Arizona player. It looks like Brody Selman. It is Brody Selman. And what a save by Landon Pavlizin, but That was a great scoring chance. Ryan, I'm not sure if you saw, but that puck
Oh, I saw it. It was
just
spinning.
touched the post, and that it looks like it had some backspin on it and could not cross the
It
goal
was
line.
spinning at the post, and it could have gone either way. It's almost like a knuckleball could go either left or right, and it stayed in the middle. It was right at the post, and Pavlison dived over and shoved the puck away. And then that's where the dog pile kind of compaled right next to Pavlison, but that was an interesting play.
We have a timeout called now for Chad Berman and the Wildcats. Bradley Gallant's penalty is now posted. 2 minutes still on the board.
Yeah, I think we all need a timeout after that. That was a little hectic there. And also we could finally decipher what happened with the penalty by Gallant. So now there's another 2 minutes for Gallant and also 32 seconds for the other power play. And we're getting a little update from the scores table. So what's the update, Dom?
So the update coming straight from PA announcer Joel Blakemore. Bradley Gallant's penalty still posted 2 minutes. The penalty came just a couple minutes ago, but the penalty now starts off of this faceoff because the penalties were stacked. And now UNLV has a 32-second 5-on-3 PK in about a minute 28, if my math is correct, which it is. I just had to double check that one, to kill off the Gallant minor penalty.
It's really good. Like, what math did you take? Like 125 or?
Math 95 and then 124.
I took 120.
I was not that, or it was math 120. I was not the best mathlete in high school or even college. It's stereotypical journalism student, not the best at math. As Malco floats that one to the corner. Another 5-on-3 power play. Timor now. Now to Selman. Selman. Malco's from the slot. Shoots. Blocker save there by Pavlison. He saw that one all the way through. Timor now down low. Lowell feeds one cross ice on the doorstep, and they score. Arizona connected on the 5-on-3 power play. They score on the power play once again tonight. Jesse Lowell, 2 goals and as many nights. Open to scoring both nights for Arizona.
They'll talk about the turning point of the game. Last game, the 5-on-3 was the turning point for UNLV. Tonight, it's a turning point for Arizona, getting their first goal tonight. And now putting them back into the game, like how you said, how 3 goals is the worst lead you can have in hockey because you play a little bit complacent. The Rebels were playing a little bit complacent, and Pavlison only could do so much before he gets so many shots on him that he's going to give up a goal on a 5-on-3 for 5-6 minutes. So Rebels a little bit complacent there, and now they're down. Now they're only up by 2 goals.
That was a huge mess in front of Pavlison the last 2 possessions, and could really say the last 2 rushes even for Arizona. They've really gotten close to the net, got to the net front, and really started wreaking havoc in front of Landon Pavlison. Got a stoppage of play. We have a Wildcat player down. Looking to get his number. Looks like it's Ryan Malco once again, or excuse me, it's Jesse Lowell. Went down in a heap at the far wall.
Yeah, we're looking at the
stream
footage.
replay. He was hit hard along the wall trying to get the number on that hit. Watching the replay once more. Still can't really see the number on who hit him as we're back underway here. A minute to go now on the Bradley Gallant minor penalty. It's going to be sent into the zone. Pavlison can't stop that one up. Now Arizona recoiling in neutral ice. Flipped cross corner. On net, Pavlison finds that with a stick. And holds for a whistle.
Yeah, Pavlison's normally a little bit more risky with the puck, but when he's on the penalty kill, he just gave up a goal. Good job there, just holding on to the puck, forcing a face-off, getting fresh legs on the ice.
Face-off now. Out to the left of Pavlison, 41 seconds left in the Arizona power play. They've connected once on the power play tonight.
There's a little jukebox shout out last night.
Wraparound chance there by Lowell. Doesn't go. Looking for his second of the game, third of the weekend. Jackson Mace now plays it up to the point. Now Kioka, Timor steps in, shoots, pad save by Pavs, and kicks out to the point for Kioka. Kioka pumps. Now for Mace. Mace pirouetting, stepping in, leaves that for Lowell. Back up to the point for Kioka. Timor, cross ice feed, broken up there by Fisher. Into the protective netting, Ryan.
That was almost my second puck right there.
The fielding skills that
my hand was
made
up.
me flinch for whatever reason.
And a little shout out for another club team. They're forming UNLV Baseball Club, and
Yes,
I'm proudly gonna join it as soon as I get my glove shipped from the mail. Because I was like, hey, Mom, Dad, I gotta get my glove and bat shipped all the way from back home because I'm gonna play baseball again. They're like, Ryan, your cleats have been all like taped up on the wall for the past like 2 years, but I'm gonna give it another hack.
Might as well. Great opportunity for you, Ryan. Glad to hear that. It's actually news for me as Arizona. They're continuing their zone time. Shot through traffic, just like it sounds like it hit the post. UNLV finally back to full strength. Gallant, fresh out of the box. Can't get that one to DeMizio. That's cut off by Lowell, but skips free to neutral ice. And here comes UNLV the other way. DeMizio gets tied up, and the puck taken away from him. And now here comes Jesse Lowell, one-on-one with Robert McCollum, back checking his nest. Lowell can't feed that one cross ice for Jackson Mace. Good break up there by UNLV, but Lowell gets the puck right back below the goal line. He gets stapled to the wall by Del Monte. He takes a tumble, and Jesse Lowell gets up palm skyward, talking to the official, looking for a call.
Really good team defense there by Ness and by McCollum to prevent that from being an opportunity as there's a whistle.
That was a textbook back check from Ness. McCollum has already taken away one angle, and Ness came back from the reverse angle to break up a play. So we had an offsides call there. Lowell couldn't get back onside as Arizona tried to gain the zone. 2:19 left in the second period.
But yeah, as I said earlier, jukebox shout out. A lot of remixes tonight, Dom. Like they had Living on a Prayer on a remix. That song right there was on a remix. A lot of remixes tonight. I mean, what do you think? You like it? You're here for it or not here for it?
I'm a big fan. As Patterson misplays a puck there, that skips free to the slot, but UNLV comes away with possession. Max Johnson floats it off the wall into the corner. Wires that one around. UNLV still trying to work it. They work it to the point now for Quinn. EDD Barry. Barry lets one go. Cross ice. Caleb Strong gets stapled to the glass. Arizona, they come away with possession. Trying to get a breakout start. There's going to be a stretch pass there off the stick of Barry, corralled now by Quinn. Quinn turns away from pressure. Quinn's going to start it up. Quinn puts a move on through neutral ice, sends that one into the zone. Picked up there by Matthew Hull. And here comes Jackson Mace. He got prepared on the bench. Can't break through the Rebel defense, and now here's Jake Berry. His pass is complete to Max Johnson. Johnson to McCollum now. Up ice, Johnson. Let's shot go. Up high into Sepidin and held for whistle. 1:11, another Angel number, so.
Oh, no. Not this
Danielle's
again.
roommate comes back on the stream. She notices we're pointing at each other now.
No.
If she comes back on the stream, I mentioned I already forgot what the 111 Angel number meant. But regardless, 1:11 to go, and Ryan, the jukebox shout-outs have been great. I've been loving the music tonight, and as well, it's alumni weekend. We had the alumni game earlier tonight, and one of the Rebel alumni, he graduated last spring, Angelo Salfos. He played in the alumni game, and he literally got only his skates off and his top half of his gear off, threw on a baseball cap, and DJ'd warm-ups for UNLV. So it's a great thing to see.
Did he score one goal?
Not entirely sure. I was eating a lot during the alumni game and drinking my Rebel from Dutch Bros. UNLV with under a minute to go. They're going to start it out. Brendan Manning leaves that for Gunnar Smith. Back to Manning on the center of the ice. Manning regains possession. It gets knifed away there. That's fed to the slot. Can't complete for Flanders. Plays that one back around the wall. McCollum. That's one go. Shot tipped into the protective netting for a whistle. 23.8 to go now.
And I'll say one goal because, of course, you know, the Angel number. Boo. Like, I'm not a fan of it. I don't know who that is putting the thumbs up, but I'm putting the thumbs
Danielle's
down.
roommate, Victoria, and she gave me a little bit of crap yesterday because I didn't refer to her by name. So now she has her 20-ish seconds of fame.
Yeah, the big thing at the radio station, which you know, is either we're here for it or not here for it. And I am not here for the Angel numbers. I'm sorry about that. That astrology, I'm not here for it.
UNLV now working it in the zone. Under 30 to go. That shot skips free behind the net. And UNLV still working it. This Patuzov filters that one up to the point for Dalmonte. 11 to go now. Dalmonte lets the shot go through traffic. Gloved and held there by Sepinen. 8.8 left on the clock.
And then the one that I'm in the middle of, either here for or not here for, is the gritty. Because here's the thing, okay? To be able to grit, you got to earn it. And if Ness scores a
on
goal,
the person.
If Ness scores a goal, he deserves it. He scored a goal. But if you're up 10-0 and then you make the 11th goal and then you gritty, then come on, man.
I feel like it's funny. I mean, it also depends on how you do the gritty because
Better do it good. You can't look like Mike Gesicki while doing it.
No, never that. Justin Jefferson really gets the job done there. Jamar Chase gets the job done as well in the NFL. And there's been some guys in the NHL that have tried to do it, and it's just not it. And I mean, Jaden Ness and Nick Flanders, the only two for UNLV who've been able to do it. Dalmonte lets the shot go through traffic. Gets deflected to the corner. Now 3 to go. UNLV. And a big hit, and we have a coming together in the corner, a melee, if you will. There's plenty of punches being thrown, players being sprawled all over the ice. A late hit as the buzzer sounded. Flanders is in that one, trying to get a number on the rest. It's Gunnar Smith trying to see who's on the bottom of that pile. Looks like Brendan Manning is on the bottom of that. I believe Manning was the one who threw that hit. Not sure exactly who he threw the hit.
And somebody turned up the heater here. That was a little melee at the end of the period, as you like to say.
Sorting out the dirty laundry now. We're going to try and look back on our stream replay. That is, we can expect a penalty on Brendan Manning there. Came in late and hit Brody Selman right in the numbers, and he hit the deck immediately. And we have that discussion and the team staying on the ice.
But a big thing there is, if you look at the clock when the hit was made, the period's already over.
It looks like we have athletic trainers on the ice in the far corner. Looks like we're going to have to sort out the penalties in this one as both teams, UNLV disembarks. We have a discussion at the scorers table as well. Can definitely expect a penalty upcoming to Brendan Manning for that hit. Going to look for Brody Selman as well. He's on the bench. Has his helmet off. Definitely looks a bit uncomfortable. He's skating off under his own power, bucket in hand.
Yeah, he took a shot at the end of the period there.
We're still discussing the two captains convening at the scorers table, Jesse Lowell and Hunter Mazzillo. Steve Marsh from Ice Time Hockey Southwest delivering the puck to Jesse Lowell, sauced into the bench to our broadcast table.
Yeah, that was a little scary. Someone could have been walking right by there. The Palm Girls are walking right by there. That was the last thing you need is a cheerleader to get hit.
We're going to stay with you to see if we can get any sort of call before we send you off for the second intermission.
I'm going to have to get another scores table review at the end of this.
It's a very extended discussion. Jesse Lowell's doing definitely most of the talking. Hunter Mazzillo is just kind of sitting there listening, it appears. And now he's talking with the officials.
I'm going to have to go to Mike Pereira for a rules analysis of this one.
Wish we had one. Really wish we did. Getting word from Garrett Temple, a staff member, that Brendan Manning's been ejected.
Yeah, that's kind of expected for him to be ejected because it was after the period was over, it looked like the hit was placed, and it was an unnecessary hit after the period was over. So
it could be an ejection for roughing because of the hit being that late and after the horn. Because Selman was not injured. He skated off under his own power, and that's typically when you get ejected, like a 5-minute major in a game misconduct. If you elbow somebody or interfere with somebody or board somebody, what have you, and they end up being injured, That's usually when you get tossed.
Yeah, but the
so
ACHA, they can just talk over it. They don't have video replay they look over.
they do not, and it also depends on the rink. We don't have access to replays here, but places like Liberty University, they have ESPN, they have multiple camera angles. They do have access to those kinds of
So do the referees
things.
get to look over the plays if there's a...
I don't believe so. I feel like it's just kind of like talking over with like
Yeah.
witnesses at like a crime scene per se, where
Yeah,
the
but
officials and the linesmen, they talk over what they see. They talk to the captains and they talk over what they see, and they kind of try and restore order, and that's still what they're doing.
The referees are
Zamboni's
human.
coming on.
The referees are human. I mean, I'm a referee of all sports except hockey, but I could only imagine having to talk over with players, being like a private investigator. I'm figuring out what happened in a play, but it looks like they're already starting the intermission clock, and half the players are still on the ice for both teams. Actually, just the captains, looks like.
And they're still discussing now. Hunter Mazzillo.
The Palm Girls are going out, but the referees and the players are still talking. There's a little sight to see on the camera right here.
Regardless, we're not gonna hold you anymore. Go ahead and get some refreshments. We're gonna step away for an intermission. Come back just after a few minutes. We'll be back for third period action, and hopefully with a more detailed update of what is going on. Stay with us. And welcome back inside of City National Arena. Linesmen and officials taking the ice once again for the third period. If you're just joining us, thank you for joining us. If you stayed with us, thank you for staying with us. A turbulent 40 minutes and a turbulent end to the second period here tonight at City National Arena. Through 40 minutes, UNLV has the advantage 3-1 over Arizona. Shots are 29-16 in favor of UNLV. And taking a look at the team stats, I mean, U of A 1 for 6 on the power play so far. UNLV 31 penalty minutes, a lot of those coming in the second period alone. Plenty of 5-on-3 penalty kills for UNLV. So the key for them, stay disciplined. A 2-goal game is nothing to be played with because of how good the special teams unit for Arizona has been. That 1 for 6 is deceiving because of the amount of penalties UNLV has taken. And for Arizona special teams, just score on the power plays, make UNLV pay, especially at the end of that second period. There was an absolute melee and reading off the penalty sheet. Lots of penalty minutes to go around. Brendan Manning, 10-minute game misconduct, 2 minutes for elbowing, or roughing, Nicholas Flanders gets 5 for charging. He's going to sit. And as I mentioned as well, Brendan Manning got the boot from this one, and then on the other end, Brody Selman, he got checked really hard by Manning from behind in the corner. He got a 5-minute major for elbowing, and he's no worse for wear. He's going to be sitting for his 5-minute major. There's a few UNLV skating rebels in the box to serve those penalties to Manning and Flanders. And another update as well, Nicholas Kioka of the Arizona Wildcats, he was shaken up after that scrum at the end of the period. He was being checked out by the UNLV athletic trainers and taken out back to be checked out for further evaluation. So whenever we do get an update on Kioka, we will try to provide that for you. But regardless, Ryan, it's been a turbulent game. The temperature has risen exponentially, and we're back underway here. Arizona on the power play, and UNLV moving on in early. That's Luke Burt. Can't keep possession. That's 4 red sweaters on 1 white sweater.
And that was a very turbulent end of the second period, and that was a laundry list of penalties there. That was a lot of penalties there, and it was a really crazy way to end the second period. But now third period, and somehow UNLV is on a 4-on-5 instead of a 5-on-3. I'm quite surprised about that.
I am as well. I could guess the game misconduct was kind of a given, and then the 5-minute majors to Selman and Flanders offset as that shot misses the net high and wide. So the only penalty there goes to UNLV. Brendan Manning, who got the hook, as Arizona still trying to work it in the zone, but they can't complete that. And here's Michael Batuzov coming the other way. He's going to start puck ragging a little bit and plays that in his own zone. And Ryan, you mentioned a laundry list of penalties. I guess, I mean, we both looked at the score sheet as Gallant. That's a shot go steered to the high glass there by Stepanen. Good chance on the penalty kill for UNLV. And as Arizona comes the other way, I would like to refer to that as a CVS receipt of penalties instead of a laundry list, because there was a lot of writing
with all the coupons
on that score sheet. Yes. We have a skating rebel down. That's Alec Johnson. He wore a shot in front. He's a bit hobbled. Looks like he's favoring his right leg as Jaden Ness coming back the other way. Ness shoots. That's tipped up by Ryan Fisher into the protective netting for a whistle, and that's not something you like to see if you're a skating rebel fan. Leading goal scorer, Alec Johnson, big defenseman, lethal on the power play, lethal anywhere on the ice, hobbled.
And then Jaden Ness on the other side of the ice almost got a goal in, and then would have showed off to us the gritty. And if he scored there, like, the gritty would have been right in front of us.
Definitely could have made a lap around to us, and we could have seen the Jaden Ness gritty in full glory like he did against this very team just a few weeks ago. Shetland let the shot go into the UNLV crest of Landon Pavlis, and he gets a little bit of a shove there from Dylan Ford out of the blue paint. 8 seconds to go on the Manning minor penalty.
Now the question is, after his 8-minute minor penalty, will it be 5 more minutes of penalty kill for the Skating Rebels because of the game misconduct? Because that's a 10 minutes.
So it looks like those 5-minute penalties offset.
So the 5-minute penalty on
this penalty, after it expires, it should be back to 5-on-5 because of the 5-minute majors. It should be offsetting.
Okay. I thought you said it was 10 minutes, so that would have been a little.
That would have been a bit scarier.
Yeah.
Penalty expiring now. UNLV back to full strength. That was Caleb Strong serving that one. Shot through traffic from the point. Seared wide to the corner by Pavlison. And shot in tight there. Can't get on net, and here comes UNLV the other way. Fisher loses possession of that puck. Still on possession, and Shetland just sends that one into the zone. Mazzillo is in on that one. Cole Wyatt plays that one back down low. Now UNLV coming the other way. That's Wyatt. Spins away from pressure, just filters that down low. Timor picks up a loose puck. Facing pressure from Strong. Timor now puts a move on through the middle of the ice. Good hand-eye coordination by Pavlison to knock that dump in down. Off the wall there. Shot through traffic up high. Doesn't look like it got on net there. Now here comes UNLV the other way. 2-on-2. Saucer pass, cross ice through the wickets of Barry. Max Johnson gets crunched by Jackson Mace right in front of our camera. Now Strong going against two Wildcat players on the half wall. Gets that free for Wyatt. Cole Wyatt spins one on. They lose puck in front. Johnson misses the net wide there from the doorstep. Good chance for UNLV right in front. A place that they've been finding a lot of success tonight.
And another thing that we haven't really talked about much yet is the shot totals. UNLV still have 31 to 18 on shot totals, and that's even with Arizona having the significant advantage with the power play. So they had so far 6 tonight, not including this one.
6 is now 7 for Arizona. Now DeMizio wrestles that puck free. DeMizio plays it to the point. McCollum now corrals that. Now McCollum going for a skate. Still with it is McCollum. Now Ford. Ford down low. Steers that one ahead. He gets crunched at the wall. That gets played now to the corner. Christopher Hedgecote. Good hit there. Now Gallant sauces that one to Ford. Ford knifes that one in. DeMizio's there. DeMizio now reverses that for Gallant. Gallant up to the point. McCollum. McCollum. That's a shot go into the chest there of Sepinen. And another whistle.
Another good shot there. Gallant's been really physical tonight. He's either been shooting the puck on a net or he's been stuck in the penalty box. Either one of the two. So, I mean, it's good that he's being really aggressive and also negative that he's been also a little too aggressive tonight, but as long as he gets goals in the back of the net and he helps the Rebels win, they don't really care, I would have to say, right?
Very polarizing game indeed for Gallant, and a lot of players here for the Skating Rebels. It's been a penalty-filled second period for UNLV as Burke knocks that one down. Like that's poked free now for Fisher. Mazzillo. Tuzov up. Del Monte. Now Mazzillo. Lets the shot go off the end wards. Corralled now by Matthew Hull, now up ice. Floated in, Pavlison plays that around the wall. Tuzov can't drop that one off from Mazzillo. He's pressed up against the half wall, going up against two guys in red sweaters. Hull plays a D-to-D. That's going to be steered in now by Overland. Now Lesby plays that around the wall. Now Hull, he can't corral that one. Wrestles that one still into the zone. Arizona still with possession. And now they don't have possession anymore. Here comes UNLV. Luke Burke on the right wing trying to get an angle on Timor. Drop pass to Tuzov. He can't feed that one. Cross ice, no one home. Now reverse around. Kyle Quinn, he's going to pinch. Floats that one back in, but Tuzov settles it down. Between the legs of Wyatt. Good keep there by Barry. Strong steps in, snapshots. Misses the net wide. Now Barry flips one on. Stick save there by Sepinen. Now Matthew Hull up ice. Floated in on net softly for Pavlison. He'll hold for a whistle.
Now this period, just like last night, starting off pretty quick pace. It's already 6 minutes into the period, and it felt like it's gone by in a flash.
Can't believe it's almost over. I mean, Ryan, he mentioned at the top of the broadcast with 2 home games left after tonight. It still kind of feels like maybe October 7th pregame or October 8th, that first home weekend against Utah, and the season is absolutely flown by.
I still feel like a rookie. I don't feel like I'm a seasoned vet yet at all.
In due time, we have a delayed penalty coming up on the Wildcats. Shot there by Max Johnson into the chest. And Max Johnson got bumped by Sam Myers, and he gave a hack at his leg, and Max Johnson barking his whole way past the Arizona bench. And Max Johnson's going to be sitting as well as Sam Myers.
Yeah, Johnson, just a penalty there that you don't need to take. You're up by 2 goals. You already have the delayed penalty going to your side, and then he slashes the Wildcat. And then now it's a 4-on-4.
Sam Myers is still up talking to Max Johnson after they both sat in the box. So,
well, that's just a bad penalty there by Max Johnson. Uncharacteristic of him. And that's just one that like you talk about discipline, that's an undisciplined decision right there.
now 4 aside for both teams. So Arizona's going to start it out. Here's Hole, drop pass there, can't get it to Brody Selman. Now Gunnar Smith chips that around Lowell. Here comes Smith. Smith steps in, doorstep feed for Flanders, misses the nets on a yawning cage. Flanders going to want that one back. Seems to be a bit snake-bitten so far this weekend. And now here comes the captain, Jesse Lowell, through neutral ice. Drop pass there for his defenseman, Jared Overland.
Yeah, another shot there by Flanders. He's been getting so close to the net, but not on net. Let's see if he can turn it around. There's still plenty of time in this game.
That's Tyler Shetland loses possession of the puck there. That's going to be played behind the cage for Pavlison. McCollum now around the wall. Here comes Robert McCollum, head man in this rush. He has Demizio with him. 2-on-4. McCollum between the legs move. Feeds that for Demizio. Demizio pressing against the wall for Fisher. Gallant with a good puck support there, and he fed that one to the slot. No one home. Played around. Now Ryan Fisher rings that around the wall. Kept there by Mazzillo. Mazzillo stepping in. Looking cross-ice feed there. Dalmonte settles it down at the point. Now Gallant, one-time chance. Stick save. Loose puck in front. Mazzillo gets tripped up. Loose puck still in Gallant skates. UNLV can't come away with it. Dalmonte steps in, shoots, he scores! And Matthias Dalmonte, the hot hand for UNLV this weekend. Similar goal to Friday night, steps in the high slot, rips it home.
Yeah, high slot, rips it home. And it was a bunch of traffic going on for the Wildcats, but no one knew where they were going. Even the goalie was looking all over the place. No one knew where the puck was except Dalmonte, and Dalmonte shot it and got it top shelf as one of the Wildcats threw his Gatorade bottle, and the water went everywhere across here. Thank goodness it didn't hit me or you, Dom, but the water was going all over the place. You missed it, Dom. Don't worry about it.
Thank goodness this is an expensive suit from Macy's. Can't get it wet, and I had half of the suit pulling up to the rink today. I forgot my dress pants at my house, so I had to make an extra.
You didn't have to say that. You didn't have to say that.
No
one would have known.
I own it. The equipment manager, Anthony Napoleano, he wants me to rock the summer wedding look. Their next home series, rocking the shorts with the suit, and
wedding.
I might be doing that because it's gonna be played off the wall. Burke's there. Fisher plays that up for Quinn. Quinn now. Batuzov. Back to even strength, 5-on-5. Burke. Can't play that one, and he dances that one around, though. Burke can't get the toe drag off. Quinn keeps that one, and it's going to skip free into the netting once more. Gallant and Demizio, the assist men on that Dalmonte goal, his second of the night, third of the weekend, restoring UNLV's 3-goal lead.
Yeah, excellent job there by Dalmonte, playing a great game, not just on offense, because that's what everyone's going to see, but I really like how he's been playing on defense, a couple of really big poke checks to really not give the Wildcats extra opportunities in this game on odd man rushes, because last night, both goals from the Wildcats came on odd man rushes. Now, tonight, Demizio stopped the Wildcats from getting a couple of odd man opportunities.
As you saw there, Robert McCollum blocking a shot and sending Brody Selman to the ice, and it's going to be played right back in. Selman bumps into Pavlison, still making contact with Pavlison, and they take a tumble behind the net, and we have a coming together again. McCollum's been on that one. And Dylan Ford now roughing up Brody Selman. His jersey gets ripped off. And Ford still going at Selman. Ford is incensed right now. And expect more penalties. We have more coming together. That's Gunnar Smith and Jared Overland pushing and shoving Smith, just throwing jabs, and they come together now, and they're starting to shove and starting to throw shots at each other. Smith drops a stick, and they're grabbing each other's face mask. And this game is just, it's just getting more and more physical, and they finally separated. Gunnar Smith chops the stick away from Jared Overland, so he has to skate a little bit more to grab that one. And Brody Selman looks like he's being shown the door tonight. Or not, he's skating back.
Now remember, what's the number one unwritten rule in hockey? It's don't touch the goaltender. And when you give a goaltender a tumble, you gotta expect something coming back at you.
And Selman being shown the door. He's done for the night. An early shower for the Wildcat alternate captain. And now we have another discussion at the scorer's table with the captains of either team. And Ryan, 4-1 hockey game, 10:55 to go. Temperatures steadily rising. This could get pretty ugly.
This game's already in the oven, Dom. It's already in the oven, and it's been heating up ever since the second period.
No one preheated the oven. It just kind of like the game kind of feels like it got shoved.
No.
There.
It's not like that. It's not like a conventional oven. It's like a fire pit oven where
like
you get the wood, you throw it in. Yeah.
Brick oven
Like the pizza oven where you throw in the logs and you light a match. You throw it into there, and then it just bursts into flames because this game just heated up out of nowhere in the second period, and then now in the third period. And you got some of the waitresses or hostess from the restaurant over here to give the referees a little drink order while they have a little conversation here, because they have so many conversations here at the scorer's table.
I'm going to keep on sipping on my Rebel because this is a lot going on. We're still waiting for the word on the penalty calls from the scorer's table. They're still discussing it. And Ryan, I mean, with a brick oven analogy, I genuinely do think that brick oven pizza is the best. And usually these like kind of games that like steadily heat up, high scoring, high pace, high physicality, they usually are the best. But I mean, we've had a couple injuries tonight, and that's not really the best look for a hockey game. And I mean, the amount of penalties being sorted out, it's definitely a lot, and you can maybe even expect some further disciplinary action as music's even still picking up. But I mean,
yeah, the thing is also, it's hockey. It's a physical sport. And when you play physical sports with college-age students, there's going to be injuries. It's going to happen. It's unfortunate, but it's going to happen.
And I mean, these teams have played 11 and a half periods of hockey this season. They've seen a lot of hockey, and all 11 and a half periods have come within the last 3 weeks. So these two teams have seen a lot of each other, and sometimes it can be too much.
Yeah, I mean, like if I'm around someone too much, you're going to get sick of them. And it happens. I mean, like imagine being locked in an ice rink for let's say 12 periods with another team. And the other team can't beat you at all. They're gonna get mad at you. So Arizona's been getting mad at UNLV, and another player's being shown the door. Or maybe
Jared Overland, and if Overland's gone, you can believe that Gunnar Smith is gone as well. We can't see the UNLV bench and who is off the ice and who is on the ice. So Jared Overland and Brody Selman's gone. You can maybe expect Robert McCollum and Gunnar Smith to be gone as well. Posted on the board, 2 minutes aside for each team. Dylan Ford and Jared Overland. You can believe that Jared Overland got a game misconduct. That's going to skip free in front of Pavlizin. It sounded like it hit the post there. Good scoring chance there from the Wildcats. 4-on-4 hockey here. Fed now. Right shot there. Misses the net wide. That was from Matthew Hull. Skips free all the way back to the Wildcat defensive zone. It's going to be recovered now by Ryan Fisher. Now here comes Tyler Shetland up the left wing. Shetland looking. Drop pass there. Kick through the legs of Sam Myers. Now cross ice feed Wyatt. Out of the reach of Flanders. He gets right back on that at the center ice logo. And leaves that for Kyle Quinn. Now Mazzillo back to Quinn. Officially halfway through this third period of hockey.
Started off really fast, and then it took a screeching halt after that.
Slowing down a little bit as a lot of penalties have happened. And DeMizio, big collision there at the wall with John Shively. Really shook the plexiglass here at City National Arena. Now Lusby the other way, backhanded pass there. Can't connect with Shively. Gallant sidesteps a hit there from Josephson. Barry plays that around for Quinn. 30 seconds to go now on the matching minors. Quinn now doing it himself through center ice. Here comes Kyle Quinn. Quinn gains his own. Can't feed that one on net. Just out of reach of the toe there. Barry with a pretty sizable hit there on Ryan Malco. Batuzov toe drag. Batuzov in, shoots into the chest of Sepinen. Batuzov.
What a move.
Oh my goodness, showing off the hands, and he let out a sigh, and he really wanted that one. And Ryan, you heard a collective ooh from the crowd after that move.
Yeah, that was a really nice move there by Batuzov right there. But that was a really, really good move, made a nice sidestep and had a little breakaway there, and he almost got a goal there, but good shot there, good opportunity. Could have gotten in a little bit better of a shot, but good opportunity there by Batuzov. Gotta love the hustle.
Johnson, one-time chance off the pad. Burke in tight, can't get one on net. Back to full strength as both teams. McCollum feeds Johnson. Johnson, one-timer, huge save by Sepinen. Stretching out the pad, in tight, loose puck. No one could get there. Fisher whiffs on that one. Now back to Johnson. Huge sequence of plays there. Beautiful save by Sepinen, keeping this game at 4-1. McCollum now going to work in the corner. Loose puck there, stuck in Batuzov's skates. Burke gets that puck. That's going to be picked up now and started out by Ziegler. Ziegler now from the left wing. Looks, shoots, save made by Pavlison. Holds for a whistle, and Nick Sepinen, beautiful save going post to post and getting that leg out to make that save.
Great job there. I mean, goalie's got to make a big play there. Sepinen did a great job to keep his team within the game. I know there's 8:22 left. They're down by 3, but a goal there really would have separated this game, but they could still sort of be in it with that save right there. And a good play by Batuzov in the series before, but Sepinen's been doing a great job as the netbinder so far in the third period. But then good job by Landon Pavlison. The reason why the Rebels have the lead, not just because of the shot total here, but also because Pavlison's not allowing second chance opportunities. And Sepinen has.
And another shot through traffic, save made there by Pavlison. Glove down now at the half wall by Strong. He has to filter that one back down low. And Del Monte off the glass to the point, knifed out by Strong. But in on that one is Litwin. And those are the kind of saves, Ryan, as well, that really energize a team. It really kind of shows the goaltender's not giving up, and they're really giving it their all. And the team, they really get a big jump out of their goaltenders, making big saves just like that one, as we have another collision there. Looks like it was Jesse Lowell who went awkwardly into the boards. He's up, no worse for wear. And now up the left wing boards. Now here's Max Johnson. Johnson, partial break. Johnson, Deeks, shot, save made there again. Another pad save by Sepinen. We have a penalty upcoming on the Wildcats, and Max Johnson and Cameron Timor exchanging words. Johnson mouthing, yeah, right, to Timor as he's escorted to the box. And we have a lot of yelling now going on at the scorer's table. Timor is sitting, being talked to and patted on the back by head coach Chad Berman. Timor sitting for slashing.
There's an opportunity for UNLV to really seal the game. Even the game is not technically sealed yet. Still within sort of reach, not close to reach, but I feel like if they could get a goal here in this possession, that could really seal up the game here.
Huge power play for UNLV, losing an edge there. Shot in front, steered away. Shot was let go by Barry. Now Wyatt, Barry at the point. Barry lets the shot go. Rebound chance, and Johnson misses the net. He chokes up on the stick in disgust. He's going to look for that one again. Barry looking. Johnson, another chance, misses the net one more time. Now Barry back at the point. Barry looking. Now for Wyatt, back to Barry. Barry still looking, lets the shot go. Tipped on, just hits the side of the cage. Good hand-eye coordination from Gallant. Now Flanders behind the net, leaves that one up for Wyatt. Wyatt catches that one at the half wall. Back to Barry. Barry. Now Johnson catches that one at the dot. Johnson to Barry at the point. Berry still looking. Berry reverses that one, no look to White. White lets shot go through traffic, misses the net, into the protective netting. We got a whistle there. And Alec Johnson, always deadly. And we have another little extra slash there from Will Josephson. And a bit of a discussion with Johnson and Josephson. No penalties aside, though. 7 seconds, it looks like, left on the Cameron Timor.
They're just throwing more logs into the pit right now. That's all they're doing.
Temperatures still rising. A minute 7, left on the Cameron Timor penalty. Now Del Monte, new power play unit out there for the Rebels. Shetland can't clear the zone after he picked off that pass. I'm gonna call him one-time chance off the glove there of Sepinen. Now Burke off the glass for Max Johnson. Now for McCollum, can't slow that one down, hops over his stick. Down Monte is there though at the blue line. Now Strong feeds one, can't be tipped on by Max Johnson. He tries to knife it to the point, but Shetland's there, and Tyler Shetland now starting it out. Here's Shetland up the right wing boards. He's gonna take that one in the corner and play that one on net, and Shetland, or not Shetland, excuse me, it looks like it's Josh Lusby, I believe. One of the players took a fall for Arizona. No penalties aside still for UNLV. Offensive zone draw for the Wildcats on the penalty kill. 35 seconds to go left on the Cameron Timor penalty. Faceoffs won and possessions controlled by UNLV. Barry recoiling in his own zone. That power play unit that generated a lot of scoring chances early on in this man advantage back out there. Wyatt rings that around the wall. Milan's in on that one. Flanders for support shakes off a check there from Josephson. Now behind the wall. 8 seconds to go now on the Timor penalty. Now played up ice, Barry now. Barry looking, feeds across ice. Johnson at the pump. Oh, it's in! A bit of a surprising goal call there that caught me off guard. It looks like Bradley Gallant leading the handshake line there, burying his second of the game. Just a shot through traffic, a bit of an awkward play, just off of a body, and past Sepinen, and Alec Johnson with some gamesmanship as well. He looked back immediately to the Wildcat bench, and he just screamed, yeah, right in their face.
Yeah, a lot of gamesmanship there because they showed some gamesmanship in the previous, when the previous whistle was blown, so Johnson did it right back at him. But that was an interesting goal there. Just put it near the net, and Gallant and Flanders, they're pinballing it together, and I think that Gallant got the goal.
Waiting who's going to be serve the goal scorer. We have another scoring table discussions. Mazzillo and Lowell again,
goodness.
and they disembark. No penalties, but it's been a lot of talking so far tonight.
How much are you going to warn? There's only 5:27 to go in the game. The referees already, their warnings haven't worked.
UNLV now in their own zone. Arizona trying to go to work from below the goal line. UNLV is going to come away regardless. Patuzov feeds a cross-ice feed for Del Monte. DeMizio, big hit there from Timor. And Timor gets hit pretty hard by Ness. Off the shin pad there of Mace, but here comes Shetland. He feeds that one back. Myers takes a fall. Timor takes a dump in the neutral zone. Him and DeMizio coming together. They still pushing and shoving. Two big men there. DeMizio with a bit of an extra cross check, being yelled at by the linesmen. They're still tangled up in the slot. They finally untangle themselves. Temperature still rising in this one as it's floated on in. Under 4.5 to go. And now Cole Wyatt picks up a loose puck in stride. Now up ice for Strong. Now cross ice. Johnson from the left wing moves in, feeds it for Strong, feeds again in front. Bouncing puck. Can't connect with anyone in the white sweaters. Bradley Long credited with the goal. Johnson now moves in, lets a shot go. Whistles just wide of the net. Strong gets that one knifed away. Quinn floats that one off the wall. Now Quinn off the wall. Max Johnson to the slot. No one home there. Picked up handedly by Cosden. Cosden now pressured by Quinn. He's forced to just float that one in. Alec Johnson, the primary assist man on the Bradley Gallant goal that made this one 5-1. A dazzling move there to break free. Another deke in the neutral zone. And now here comes Luke Burke from the wing. Luke Burke shoots. Bouncing puck tipped in front. Skips just past the mask of Sepinen. It's going to be sent down the length of the ice on net for Pavlison. Under 3.5 to go now. Got a whistle. And a lot of 2-on-1s on the last couple rushes for UNLV. Ryan, what do you make of it?
I mean, just good opportunities there by the Skating Rebels. Want to make sure you chew the clock a little bit, put on good quality shots. Don't be too aggressive because you want the backside still to be covered. You don't want to have Arizona having any odd man rushes anymore at this point in the game. So I think Skating Rebels are doing a pretty good job as our cameraman Corwin was inches away of getting hit again. And
I would say that's a few feet. That was almost right into the face of Nolan Bavolsik. That was right here and right in front of us, basically. Ryan, if there's no protective glass,
we would have. Yeah, then
I'll tell you, that was a hard shot the way it came off the glass. And oh my goodness, we have a penalty. Duke Litwin sitting for 2 for slashing with 3:18 to go. This is going to take us about to the 1:18 mark, barring another UNLV power play goal.
Yeah, I found a glass there. I mean, that could have been the very last game I ever broadcasted of hockey. So I'm very happy for the glass there.
As Jake Berry lets a shot go through traffic, gloved and held by Sepinen again. This deadly power play unit, they were out there last time and they scored. Last time on the power play, they're right back out there.
They're flipping the script from last night, and it's not a script that's created before the game. It's a game plan script, unlike what people on social media say is like a rigged script. Yeah, this is not a rigged script in the ACHA.
Flanders now going to work from below the goal line. Alec Johnson was beaver tailing for that when he gets that puck knifed away there by Ryan Fisher and cleared by Jesse Lowell. A minute 30 now to go on the Duke Litwin penalty. UNLV gains his own. That's Gallant. Gallant from the right wing boards. Pulls up off the wall for Cole Wyatt. Wyatt now. Johnson. Johnson. Lets a shot go off the post and in. Another surprising goal there. Jake Berry just feeds Alec Johnson. He finally scores from that left faceoff dot, but it's not what we'd expect.
He fanned on it. It looked like he kind of fanned on it. It was kind of like a curveball. It was almost like
because knuckleball.
Puck. It was like a knuckle puck, but it looked like Johnson kind of fanned on it when he shot it. But it fanned forward. It fanned kind of forward, and it just like curved right into the net.
Yeah, it looked like it was a knuckle puck that he fanned on, and then it was tipped up. And I mean, when you're a goaltender, especially for a guy like Alec Johnson, you're expecting a really hard shot, whether it's a wrist shot or a one-timer. But when you're expecting that, you kind of overcommit, and then you just kind of have to helplessly watch that puck flutter right by you. And in this case, off the post and in.
Remember, a goal's a goal. A goal is a goal.
Yeah.
At the end of the season, that counts just as much as a laser that hits the top shelf, and the knuckle puck that got kind of fanned still counts as a goal. So,
and even more, it would matter in Marlborough, Massachusetts in just a few weeks for the ACHA National Tournament. Pavlison way out to poke at that when he was almost in the low slot.
But also, it's unfortunate for goalies when it goes into the stat book because they could have made a really nice save, and that counts just as much as a shot that was very easy to save. But then there could be a goal that was really difficult to save, and there was no shot of them really saving it, but it counts as a goal allowed. So it goes both ways when it comes to the stat book.
Double-edged sword there as that puck gets knifed right back on into the Arizona zone. Under a minute and a half to go.
It's more of one edge because it only hurts the goalie. I mean, it's like a regular sword because the offensive players, they don't care. They still get a goal no matter what.
Fed to the slot there, shot through traffic. Stopped there by Pavlison Cosden with the shot from the high slot. A minute 14 to go, just short of another angel number.
Oh God, I don't want to jinx anything, but I really feel like the oven's starting to get cooled off a little bit. But I don't want to say that. I don't want to say that, but it looks like the oven's starting to get cooled off a little bit.
But we will see. I mean, back a few years ago, if you're a longtime Skating Rebels fan and have watched these broadcasts for a few years, UNLV played Stony Brook University in December in their Christmas jerseys as we enter the final minute of this one. Patterson comes out and holds that one for a whistle. They're playing Stony Brook in their Christmas jerseys, and if you go back on our YouTube channel, you can find this game. It was in December of 2019, I believe, or 2018, not entirely sure, but they're playing Stony Brook, and there was a bit of a scrum. It was a very physical game, and then all of a sudden, I'm blanking on the UNLV player, but he just skates over to the Stony Brook goaltender, and they just start going at it. Another shot in tight on Patterson is saved. We have a loose puck, and it looks like it is in the goal. U of A getting another late goal. There's a discussion now.
That was definitely goalie interference.
But Arizona still coming through, getting their handshakes in. Ryan Malka looks like he's credited with the goal. 48.8 to go, and
Goals are big accomplishments. I normally will. They're very. I would say it's one of the most important stats in hockey. I think it is, but that goal doesn't mean much.
not in the grand scheme of things or the minor scheme of things, as we're under a minute to go now, under 45 to be exact.
In professional hockey, it does because there's incentive money. There's a lot that one goal can mean, but in ACHA hockey, that goal isn't going to mean much at the end of things.
Just a stat pattern. We have another penalty.
And honestly, like, what? I understand that, like, the referees are trying to control the game here, but there's not really much they're going to control at this point. I mean, I feel like the referees didn't do a very good job calming down the players earlier.
Appears to be Connor Ziegler going for a cross check. 27.1 left in this one. UNLV with another chance on the power play. That lethal power play unit scored the last 2 goals in this game. Right back out there to go to work in the final half minute. Alec Johnson, latest goal scorer, up to Barry. Now Cole Wyatt from the half ball. 15 to go now. Wyatt working it. Lets the shot go off the side of the post. Good chance there from a sharp angle. Now Flanders, 9 to go. Barry looking. Barry still looking. Lets the shot go through traffic. Knocked down in front. No joy. Alec Johnson gets sent to the ice. Gallant feeds to the slot. No joy there. Horn sounds. UNLV a perfect 4-0 against the University of Arizona this season. They've won 7 straight against this Wildcats team dating back to October 23rd, 2021. And now, Ryan, as the teams shake hands, we have 2 games left here in this home season.
Yeah, very good series there by the Skating Rebels. They really need to come up on top and sweep the Wildcats because a lot of doubt was going towards the Skating Rebels after the last series against Utah. They lost the game. They split it. And everyone was saying, well, are the Skating Rebels for real? Maybe they are, maybe they're not. But all that matters is that they get the momentum going into the final couple games of the regular season. I know we only have 2 more games together. I cannot believe it. It's gone by so fast. But, hey, hopefully this is not our last year that we're calling Skating Rebel hockey. So
hopefully not. 2 games left on the docket here at home, but going through the final schedule for the UNLV Skating Rebels in this 2022-23 regular season. Next week, 3 games in 3 days, all in Arizona. Thursday night against the Grand Canyon University Ice Lopes, continuing their December game before a flooding incident happened at Arizona Ice Arcadia. The next 2 nights, dates with Arizona State University at Oceanside Ice Arena down there in Tempe, Arizona, Friday and Saturday night. Black Dog Hockey, will be carrying that GCU game, and then their ACHA D1, their YouTube channel, will be carrying that Friday and Saturday night contest. And then moving on, February 24th and 25th, 7:30 puck drops against Grand Canyon University. February 25th is senior night. UNLV Rebel Hockey will be honoring their seniors and sending them off in their final couple games in the regular season in a UNLV uniform. But for myself, Dominic Dubois and Ryan Gilder, signing off from Las Vegas, Nevada. UNLV taking this one by a score of 6-2. All games being aired and archived here on the UNLV YouTube channel. Stay with us for more UNLV hockey in a couple weeks. This has been a presentation of ACHA Men's Division I Hockey. We will see you next time.